All right, all right, all right. We're live.
All right.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Happy Monday. Happy Thursday. Feels like a Monday to me. I feel like it's Monday already or maybe I just missed 3 days on my trip to DC.
See, another way we're different.
Why?
Because I think every day is a Friday.
Every day's a Friday. Well, I'm not saying it's like a Monday. I'm just saying like
Come Monday, you'll be all right.
it feels like, yeah, that's what feels like. Feels like Monday to me. I just got back from a
So we're going to talk about
3 day and then another
topic.
3 day trip. That's our topic. I know. I see that. I see that.
What do you mean you see that? We've been planning this.
Yeah.
And Devin's laughing.
So the agreement is that you plan the topic and give me a heads up ahead of time. And we never really agreed upon the ahead of time frame. So my ahead of time
Devin had
is...
a good idea, too. I think we're going to add something to think about.
Okay.
Is we're going to add like a backdrop
Yes?
colors.
Okay.
And he says, you two are so different
Yeah.
that you should have different colored
Oh, yeah. Okay.
backdrops
Yeah.
that would go behind our.
I think that's a great idea.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. You noticed there is a difference between us?
It's a yin and yang.
Yes. Right. That's what he always reminded me. Tries to remind me. Yeah.
is. It
Very
is.
different.
Very different. Anyways, yeah. So,
So our topic is my trip to DC, I see.
yeah, your trip to, and a lesson on So let's lesson on expectation management.
Yeah.
So
Which I don't understand what that means for all of this. So we're gonna we're
we
playing this
discussed
out right
Didn't
now.
we discuss this for
No.
like hours upon end
No,
of like the agenda meeting we had?
Yeah.
Maybe I just had that in my head.
You've never created an agenda meeting.
I haven't. I should. That's a good idea.
That is a great idea. I would love an agenda meeting.
But I don't know. You know what? It's hard to get topics.
You do
into-
better. Well, that's the difference. You roll better, like last minute. Let's figure it out. Let's roll. And I like to be prepared. So
I like that. Like the Marquise, I'll just talk about what you know.
talk about what you know. Yeah, that's good. I can talk
Yeah.
about. I had
I know.
a great time on this
That's
trip,
what you
and
said. I
yeah,
know.
I
So
there's
okay.
lots
So
to
let's.
talk about.
So we're just gonna walk through it. So.
Okay.
Okay,
You
so
have to
that
walk me through the expectation management part.
So the question is this. So
Yes.
let's before we get into it, what was your expectations of this trip? What did you think this trip? Because you never. Well, you went on with Dominic.
I've been before.
Did
so
you go with Lewis?
Yes, this is my third time. My third child going to DC.
Well, you seem like this was a lot more stressful for you.
This was.
It seemed you were. I don't
getting
remember
old.
you being.
No.
I don't remember you being so tired. And
It was a lot. It's a lot.
okay, so what was your expectation?
I mean, I think my expectation was it's a 9-ish hour drive from where we live. My expectation was that we wouldn't get lost on the way out and on the way back, but
Okay.
that happened.
Okay.
And it's it's up early. You're moving all day on and off a bus, seeing all the things out.
How and expectations of the kids,
Yeah.
how they act.
Yeah, actually, I never know how the kids are going to act, but honestly, the kids have, on all 3 trips that I've been on, have like exceeded any expectations.
Okay.
The kids were really, really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you never know. They're kids and they're unleashed for the first time, most of them. So
Right.
they could do anything, but they're all
Guards
really
was
good.
God, I would have never did well with that.
With what?
We didn't have guards whenever we went on.
Oh, yeah. They had security guards overnight sitting in the hallway.
Yeah, we had no guards. Like we
Yeah,
were in Europe, we didn't have a guard.
No.
It was awesome.
What they did was
I could see why we have guards.
yeah,
Smart
right.
to have
You're the
guards.
reason they created guards. Yes, you're the reason they created guards in the hallway for these trips. Not every company does that, but I think the company that we
Very
went with
nice.
does that. It's true.
It is true. Well, no, because I never got caught. I was. Well, I'm just being honest. Like I was smooth. Like I didn't cause problems
No, you just did what you wanted to do
and was quiet about it.
and quiet about it. Okay.
Yeah,
You
just a
never got
lesson
caught.
if you're young
And mischievous.
and mischievous, just be
Don't
quiet
get
about
caught.
it. Don't brag. Don't be a bragger. No one likes a bragger. Nobody
Don't
likes.
brag about it. Don't
put on
post
st-
about it.
post
Don't
about
snap it.
Don't snap it. Don't talk about it. Don't tell anybody about it. Don't do anything,
I don't. Then
and you'll be fine.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
this whole bragging thing is the whole
Downfall.
downfall of this generation.
Don't
But
get
anyways,
caught.
so I guess okay. So,
So
your expectations were good
My expectations were I pretty much knew what to expect on this.
because I
trip.
think
Yeah.
so. Just talking about that because I think expectation management for yourself,
Yeah.
okay, and others is key in life,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, because if you could set up the expectations, I just even working with Todd, one of our trainers here, and,
Yeah.
and Todd's doing, wellness coach, and it just talk about expectations of like clients and people, and like
Right.
if they know what to expect, they'll do it.
Right. If you expect it to be easier or you expect it to be different, then sometimes that's when it gets
Yeah, I
challenging.
do think
like the buses were. You got to be on this. You got to expect a 9-hour bus ride.
right. Yeah, if you expected a easy 6-hour,
Yeah,
5-hour bus ride,
and it's yeah.
you're not happy.
No, you're not happy at all.
Yeah.
But it was So as long as you're just in for it,
Yeah.
that's good.
But I think if you're so in life and you're looking at that stuff, right?
Right.
Like thinking that way, like no different than like if you said, hey, it's going to be a 9-hour bus ride, and they got there in 8.
That would be great. There was a moment yesterday where I thought on the way home, we're making great time. We're going to make it home early. And we got home an hour and a half late. But so that was my downfall yesterday, I think, probably because I thought we were doing really, really, really well on time. And then I thought we were ahead of time. Then I kind of realized we're not ahead of time. We're going to probably be right on time. And then we had a couple fumbles and wrong way things happen, and we ended up home way late. But but that was like, I don't know, it was like, I was not like upsetting, frustrating, but just like, that last stretch, you're ready to be home and the bus turns the wrong way. Then there was an adult bus and a kid bus, and the whole adult bus, the guy turns, he goes east instead of west. And our whole entire bus, it was already the second wrong turn. And the whole bus was like, no, but it's a bus. You can't just like change it, know? But it was comical. The whole bus was like, don't do it. No.
That's crazy. Yeah. Okay. So let's just, all right. So your expectations going in were good because you've been there before.
Yeah, it was good.
So let's walk us through. So we we were at our seminar. That's right. Have we talked about that?
No, we haven't talked about that. We
no,
did the shine last Thursday.
And we were leaving
that afternoon.
That's right.
And then, so it's been a whirlwind. And
so
I have
we went to
another
Chicago.
3-day stint, whirlwind stint.
Same thing, kind of expectations. We were heading to Chicago. We were cruising along, and all of a sudden we think, okay, we can get through the city. It won't be anything. Next thing
we're going to get there in plenty of time. We're going to have dinner.
Relax. Yeah, be there early. And next thing you know, we're at a standstill
in downtown Chicago. That downfall was we followed the blue dot without checking the map.
Yeah.
The GPS took us right through downtown when there was no reason for that. We shouldn't have been there ever. And it was crazy. It was rush hour on Thursday, not Friday, it was Thursday. So that was a little snafu. Yeah, but that was our fault for not. I'm the navigator. It was my fault.
Yeah, well,
I'm the map person.
But
so I should have checked.
So our expectations would be to Pat. We weren't.
Yeah.
I hate traffic. That's why it reminds me how I love Tiffin.
Yeah. No traffic in Tiffin.
No traffic in Tiffin. You hit those, Devin, you hit those 2 lights and you don't make it all the way through downtown Tiffin. You're like, dude.
What's going on?
Yeah. What's going on?
Like you come here like, I couldn't believe how traffic was so bad. It was terrible. And then you get here, you're like, oh my. I mean, people do it every day.
I know. People do that every day.
I was talking to the AV guys.
Traffic.
Yeah.
Every day.
So the AV guy that was there doing the microphones, him and I were talking, and I was like, they're all from, the AV team was all from Chicago.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, it's a cool drive in. How long did it take you? Oh, it's an hour and a half. How far away you live? Oh, it's like 10 miles. I'm like, every day? He goes, every day.
Yeah. So I talked to one of the parents on the trip, and we were just, we were having these kind of conversations, and he lived in South Florida for a long time. So he said 7 years he would commute from Fort Lauderdale to Miami, kind of like that area. And it was the same thing, bumper to bumper, hour and a half to go 10 miles. And he said, you just adapt to it because it is what it is. You just get used to what the normal is. Yeah, your expectations are you'll be in traffic for an hour and a half, and so you do your best.
I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, I don't think you could either because you
have had road rage.
Don't like it so much that you would. Yeah.
I can see where road rage comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can choose to just be okay with it.
Oh, you're gonna deboot at me, huh?
Mm-hmm. You could just choose to think differently.
Yes, Miss Positivity. That is true. I could.
You're gonna need one of these on a whole lot.
Yeah. right.
Yeah.
That would be Nick in the car in traffic. Oh.
Okay. So, all right. Yeah. So we go to our event, have a great event.
It was awesome. It was great.
We helped run it.
2,000
It was
people,
stressful.
2,200
It was,
people.
Yeah, 2,200 people. It was, we had a big production team that we helped run, and we were just part of it. That was good. It was fun.
Bilingual event. So
bilingual
English
event, a lot
speaking,
of different
Spanish
people.
speaking.
Yeah.
It was great.
I love Chicago. I actually do like Chicago.
Yeah. Went
but-
to a White Sox game.
Yeah, that was okay.
The food was good, and the people we were with were good.
But
But
same thing. It was an hour and a half drive down in
Yeah.
the bus.
well, the other thing is the White Sox. I think did they set a record? I think they might have set a record, or they're close to setting a record for like the worst losing streak to start a season ever,
Yeah,
or something like
yeah.
that. So
They did win that night.
they
but,
did.
Yeah.
The stands were empty.
Yeah.
Empty. So you were in a Guardians jersey right now, Devin.
I am.
Even when the Guardians are terrible,
And they're playing good. Guardians are
even
playing
if
They're playing
I mean
really
the
well.
Indians have had great seasons, they've had terrible seasons. The Guardians have had good seasons and bad seasons. Like the stands are, I mean, maybe they don't sell them out when they're not doing well, but they're not empty. It was,
Yeah.
I don't know, it was empty.
a couple of thousand. Yeah. It was bad.
Yeah,
Wow. I mean, Cleveland's also built different.
yeah, that's
We could
true.
be doing. I mean, we were mostly doing bad. So
Yeah. The people still show up.
yeah.
So, all
Enter
right.
the Browns
So, yeah.
conversation.
So we go to Chicago, we do our event, and we're basically, from really 7:30 in the morning, pretty much
till 10
still.
o'clock at night.
10 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
Friday we got there late because we got there later. We ended up having dinner. Got done at 10, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Tired, went to bed. Got up early, helped set up. Saturday was a
Run the whole show
really
Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, Friday ran Friday.
Oh,
yeah. I'm sorry, Thursday night we got there late, so we had a late dinner Thursday night. Friday we're there pretty much all day. White Sox games. Get back. Saturday you ran most of the event. There was a lot of moving parts, tons of moving parts. So that was a stressful day for you. And you did great, by the way.
Thank you.
And then handling all that, and then had a party that night. Get up in the morning Sunday, same thing.
No wonder I feel tired.
I know Thursday. Then we drive home.
Yep.
Sunday night, get home about
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Then I unpacked,
Unpacked and packed.
took a
Yep.
shower, repacked,
Got to
and
bed
then
at midnight.
got to bed at midnight, and we were
up at
back
4:30.
up at 4:30 to go to the school
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock to be on a bus for 9 hours.
But I don't. So the thing is, I don't really think you had an expectation that you're going to be tired.
I did not have an expectation
even
that I would
though
be tired.
I knew
yeah.
you were going to be tired.
Yeah, I didn't have the
Because you do
expectation that
not
I'd be tired.
do well with this scenario.
This pace of
These are bad.
everything. No, I know, but there's no way around it, so I
Oh,
just
no,
do
I
it.
understand.
Yeah.
But I think though you didn't really talk about like, man, I gotta get it mentally prepared. I gotta see. I
Yeah.
think that was another thing. You kind of went into it like, oh, it's
I'm just
a
gonna,
lot, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
But it's
That was it. It's a lot, but I'm gonna do it.
but you weren't saying like,
I'm
and you're gonna
I'm
be
gonna be
tired.
exhausted.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Like because if you're not, then it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wasn't prepared
So
for
the expectations, was maybe
expectation of me just
go.
go.
It's never been good.
No. I don't do well,
No, you don't do it.
especially since my treatment, which is
But even before then, that was not
Yeah.
your like.
yeah. So
like me.
Tuesday Monday we
So Monday,
drove
get
there.
up, we go. So talk about it. So you get. I remember we go to 4:30. All the kids are excited.
All the kids are there.
Even their
We're-
parents are excited. They're like,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
And actually, the company we traveled with was awesome. They're called Scholastica out of Pittsburgh, and they told us many times that they don't have groups that usually take as many parents as we took. There was a full parent bus and a full kid bus, so the parents had their own bus, which was very nice.
Which I'm not getting because I'm like, I mean, there's a lot of like,
There's a lot of
husband and wife
parents
going, I'm
yeah, a lot of Some grandparents went.
like, are you going? Absolutely not. That's
I
not
know.
even on my. I mean, I've been to Washington. I ran the marathon.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I like it. I really do like it, but it's exciting. So we get there 5:15. Buses exit at we're on the buses at 6 o'clock. Buses leave, and 2 buses. Poor communication between bus drivers. I don't think they use GPS or they didn't sync their GPS. So at 7:15, an hour and a half later, we're 15 minutes down the road.
What they do? They drove around.
One bus went this way, one bus went this way.
They
Where are you? Where are you? I don't know. And so literally parents
Because they have to go together.
they have to be together.
And
But
parents are probably freaking out.
no, well
Oh.
the parents the resourceful parents. That's another theme I could talk about. The parents are super resourceful. So there's parents Life 360ing their kids.
Oh,
The app where you can
Oh, yeah.
track your kids.
Yeah.
So the guy in front of me, Life 360 is where his kid's at. He's like, oh, well, they're at the corner of so and so. They can't go down that road because there was on 19. There's a tiny little like bridge that the bus would never. My car barely fits through it. The bus can't go that way, or it'd definitely be stuck, and it's hard to turn around there. So he's giving our bus driver directions to tell that bus driver how to get from them to us.
which the expectations of hiring a bus company would be
Yes.
what?
That they would know
The
how
directions.
to get where they're going. Yeah, I mean,
Which
They-
is crazy because I've taken a limo, same kind of thing. I forget, I don't know if you were with us or the boys or what we were doing. Somewhere in Detroit. I don't think you were with us because I think we were going to go eat at D Love had a guy, barbecue
Yeah.
place.
okay,
And the dude didn't know where he was going. He didn't know how to get to Detroit.
yeah,
He started going to Cleveland.
yeah.
I'm like,
You're going the wrong way.
dude, where are you going?
Yeah. So
He's-
that,
He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, Detroit's north.
yeah,
You're going east. Well, I don't get to Detroit. No, do you understand where, like, you do the map to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
do you understand where Detroit's at?
yeah.
He's like, oh, I probably should have
Went
looked at
north?
that. I probably should have looked at before I got.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that is like so the
Expectation, yeah.
expectation of the bus company that they hired.
You're a bus company.
that they would understand the map
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
and coordinate two buses together.
and with these now,
I know it's so easy.
I mean,
Yeah, well, it feels like a weird, like, I'm too good for it type thing. It's like, just
Yeah,
use the
just
GPS.
you would
use
think
the
you would think
GPS.
there's I bet these buses are fairly newer, aren't they?
Well,
Let me ask you a question. You have a plug in there for your phone?
I did have a plug. Every seat had a plug.
So they're probably fairly newer.
The kids' bus, the air conditioner didn't work, so we had to stop in Cleveland. Well, we thought we were going to be stuck in Cleveland for 2 hours, but they rerouted the rescue bus, and the kids didn't have air for the first 5 hours.
That's better than the parents.
Yeah, better than the parents. But then the bus they got was brand spanking new. They had a really nice bus after that. The kids did.
You should have switched them.
A lot of parents wanted to switch, but we were nervous. We were like, we're not going to mess with it. So
Yeah, your
They had
ass is you're
yeah.
getting over here.
yeah. We that was definitely a conversation for sure. Yeah. So that was an expectation management that was not met. We definitely expected the bus company to understand how to get two buses to
Right.
stick together on a route.
So when expectations go awry, with some techniques, because that's something too. Is like
Well,
for me, I'm bad at that.
yeah.
I'm terrible. Like I got to learn. Like, because I'm done. Like if it's I'm a time guy,
Yeah,
time.
I know.
So, like,
I know.
We're supposed to be done at whatever time,
Yeah.
and we're not. I
Well,
have
it's just how do you react to it?
my coping skills are bad.
Yeah.
They're bad. I'm not a good coper.
When things don't go your way,
No, not so
or
much.
just certain things.
certain things.
certain
Mainly time things. Like going
Yeah.
over, I just get really irritated
Yeah.
because Dom's shaking his head. Well, because my thing is this is like I don't like being late. One,
Right.
because I respect the other people's time,
Right.
just like my time is important. I mean, like I don't like going to doctor's office and wait. I'm not going to wait for you.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry, you're not more important than me. Just like I'm not more important than you.
Yeah.
Like I don't, you know what I mean? So I think I feel it's now there's some out of control
Right.
things that can happen, and I'm not that crazy. But like, let's just pick our seminars.
Yeah.
Those are completely in our control.
Right.
99% of the time.
Not
People just-
necessarily our control.
Well, no, not. I'm
But-
saying the people,
Yes. Right.
which is people talking longer.
Yeah.
It's not like now if you have something happens like
Right.
could throw you off, but
Yeah.
that's rare. Usually it's somebody just
It's just the culture of when the clock has 2 minutes left to go when you're on stage,
you're wrapping it up,
you wrap it up and you get off stage when it says 0.
regardless of what it says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, regardless of where you are in your
Yeah.
conversation, when
And,
the
and
clock
showing
is
up
0,
to the
your
event,
time is
like
0.
I'm a show up to the event early.
Be there early. Be ready to go.
I'm ready to
In your
go. I
seat.
get there, get my
Yeah.
seat, get my stuff,
And
That's-
then when the time is over,
I'm ready to go.
you're ready to go. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it says 5
Yeah.
o'clock, we're done. We're done. I'm done at 5. I'm done
I
at
know.
4:30.
You're like mentally checked out by
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
But then I'm mad.
Yeah.
So I got to learn to cope.
So you're
Maybe
coping.
I
You're
need to
coping.
cope with it.
Mhm.
Maybe expectation of, hey, they're going to run over.
Yeah. See, just expect them to run over, and then you'll be great if we
Yeah,
get out
I'm
on
good-
time.
yeah, and having a,
Mhm.
you know what? I guess it is kind of because I used to have the expectation of the. I'm getting better at the airports. Like going through the security things
Oh.
always stressing me out.
Are you getting better?
I think I'm getting better.
You were the most frazzled in your entire life
It
for the
makes me
5
nervous.
minutes it takes to get through the airport security. He is a crazy man
I
for
hate it.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm getting better.
See, and I feel like they're always rushing me. Like I always feel like I'm being yelled at the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, because they are, they're
Yeah, they're
and-
trying to get people through.
right.
But I try not to get yelled at. I try to like get my stuff around, and I lose where I put my stuff. I'm trying to,
Yeah.
That's why I just need to fly private more.
And then they always tell you, well, every airport's a little different because every machine's a little different.
Yeah.
So sometimes you take your shoes off, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you take your computer out, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you use the bin, sometimes you don't. And they are very specific, like put everything in the bin or that doesn't need a bin.
In
And they're-
Doha, we went through like 3 of those. To every plane you got on, you went through 3 checks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, they're serious.
Passport, shoes off, through another thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, then you go into another sitting room. Then you go from that sitting room to get ready to go into another room. Then you go into another room, you do the same thing. I don't know what they expect. Is somebody slipping me something?
In Qatar?
Yeah.
They must have trouble somewhere. They
Yeah,
wouldn't do it like
I'll
that.
tell you, I felt safe. I mean, because it was
Yeah.
like they're looking at everything.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, okay. So then we switched buses.
Switch buses in Pennsylvania. We pick up our tour guide.
Any parents like they did good with that, getting through the.
They just took charge because there's like a lot of parents on the bus, which this is a conversation we had. Like they're in charge in their work, and so
They're taking charge.
they just take charge.
Yeah.
So yeah. So the guy in front of me gets Life 360. There's 2 girls sitting up front, and they're they're telling the bus how to move, where to park, how to wait, what to tell the other bus to get to us. Like they just took charge because that's
What they do.
what they do.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was comical actually, but we were like, man, if this is the way this is starting, like hopefully it goes uphill from here and not,
Right.
But then we picked up our tour guide. She's great. She stayed with the kids the whole time. She was awesome. And then because of all the bus kind of snafus, we did not get to Arlington Cemetery that night because they close. So we went to the White House instead and took pictures in front of the White House. And it was cool.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then what about then the rest of the trip was? I know Tuesday was like.
Tuesday, because we didn't go to Arlington on Monday, we had to get up early. We had to be on the buses by 7 o'clock. So breakfast at like 6:15 or 6:30. Then on the buses at 7. We went to Arlington. There was a ton of walking. It's amazing though. I think that's one of my favorite things to do is go to Arlington. We saw the changing of the guard, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. They had a couple wreath laying ceremonies, and then we did all kinds of things. We went to the Holocaust Museum. We did 2 Smithsonian museums. We stopped for lunch and for dinner. We did the Jefferson Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial, the World War II Memorial, the Korean War Memorial, the Vietnam War Memorial. And
That's a lot.
everyone who had watches on,
I'm tired right now.
I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing something. Did I say Holocaust
Probably
Museum?
15,000 steps.
No, way over 20,000.
20,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Way over 25,000 steps.
8 miles.
Yeah. Some between 8 and 10 miles were what people had on their watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
But
was-
that doesn't bother me. I don't know. Doing all the walking around.
you wouldn't like that?
No.
Oh.
I like just like I'm going from here to here.
Yeah, but there's a lot to see. And actually, I don't know. I think I don't understand. I don't have the layout of the area, but I kind of believe that if you didn't have 80 people to gather, like if we went and we wanted to go and do all that, I think that we could do a lot more walking from place to place to place.
You're busing.
And we were busing. Like there were some memorials that we just walked to, but for the most part, we'd do this and then we'd bus to the next place. We'd do this and then we'd bus to the next place. We weren't on the bus very long, so I think if you were in a small group, you could walk easily. If you're with your family, you could walk easily, and it wouldn't be that difficult. And it wasn't difficult getting on and off the bus, but it was just a lot of on and off, on and off, on and off. But it didn't seem like we were on very long.
Yeah.
We went to Mass at the National Shrine, which was very cool.
Okay.
That was a long ride, like way out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So no
from 7 a.m.
No big meltdowns. Nobody.
No.
No?
Didn't lose anyone.
That's
We
good.
didn't lose anyone.
See, I
That
would have
was-
got lost. I would have
yeah.
purposely probably got lost. I'm just saying. I mean, happened in England. I just
Purposely got lost.
purposely
Yep.
had to
We
be.
did check on our bus buddies every time we got on the bus to make sure we didn't lose anyone.
Oh, everybody had a bus buddy.
Well, I mean, you're
That's
sitting by
smart.
somebody. Just make sure the people that were around
Did the
you the
kids
last
have
time
that?
we were on the
Did they
bus.
count,
Yeah,
like the kids every
they do
time?
head count. Yeah, and then
That's probably smart.
parents were in charge. Like before, anytime we were kind of like mixed up for a little while or going to see something, then we'd all come together. Every room of kids in 4 had one parent they had to report to, and then the teacher in charge would say, you know,
Shayna.
Shayna, and I'd say, "Yep, I got mine. I got my 4," and they knew to come stand by me so I could see where they were, and
Okay.
then
Who are your 4?
Dante, Elliot, Luke, and Landon. It's good.
Okay.
They were all great.
That's good. They're good kids.
Yeah, they were very good kids.
Okay.
They had a good time. They had a really good time. It was fun.
Yeah. And your favorite part was Arlington?
I think my favorite part was Arlington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
don't
other
think I-
thing is,
I think we ran by it, didn't we?
I don't remember. I don't remember Arlington.
I think so.
We did the other
Did you see
thing,
the big Lincoln guy? What's that called?
the Lincoln Memorial, where he's sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Big Lincoln guy.
Well, all I know is in Nashville, he stands up and he walks around in,
In what?
what's that? What's the one with
The movie.
the museum?
Night at the Museum.
Yeah, at the museum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he stands up and
comes
walks
to
around.
life.
I kind of like him. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
one of my favorite guys.
Well, good. He's.
Did you
pretty-
go through that?
He's a
that-
pretty
did you
important
go?
guy.
Did you go through the? Yeah, Smithsonian. That's where it's at. Smithsonian.
But there are a lot of Smithsonian museums,
Ah,
like a lot of them. So I don't think we were there. We were at we were at the National Natural History Museum. We saw the Hope Diamond. It's like humongous, very pretty.
who would give the Hope Diamond?
I don't know. I was wondering that.
Because I wouldn't give the freaking Hope Diamond.
Well, I don't know who owns it. It didn't say. I didn't see
But
it.
I think they donate it though, don't they?
A lot of the jewels. A lot of the jewels. There was the
They're
gem.
donated or they're
Well, the
on loan.
gem room was like full of amazing amount of diamonds and all kinds of expensive gems. And most of them, the plaque said donated by. Most of it said donated by.
no.
You're not donating?
No.
Yeah, there's no shot.
There's no way that they donate. No. I'd sell it.
No, I don't think it said most of them said
'Cause
donated
it's worth
by.
it. It's like, what's it worth?
I don't even know if it's priceable. I mean, that one. I mean, a lot of it's very, very, very.
The Hope Diamond is one Hope Diamond, right?
It's one. It's been. There's a plaque that says, yeah, there's a picture of
go.
it. It's a
Who made it? 350 million?
350 million, 52 carats in size, and
It's
it's
cursed.
cursed, so you don't want to own it.
No, no, I'd sell it.
Yeah. The other thing it says it took 1 billion years for that to.
Ocean's 11 could steal it.
I bet they could.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, I mean, Billy Ocean, or not Billy Ocean. What's his name?
Billy Ocean.
Bill-
George Clooney.
Yeah, but what's his name though?
I don't know.
Danny Ocean.
Danny Ocean.
Such a good movie. I love the ocean movies.
Yeah.
So you saw that diamond.
We saw
Did
the
you touch
diamond.
it?
No, it's in glass case. And it spins
I
around.
wonder if it's real.
I'm sure it's real. Oh, you know what else we saw? I didn't even show you the best picture I took. Did I? I don't think I showed you.
No. I just got home last night,
I know.
and you were tired.
And I was tired. So, they have the original Italian stallion robe at the Smithsonian Museum.
It should.
It's at the American History Museum. It's a lot of pop culture stuff. Yeah. Italian stallion. It's a
Rocky,
red,
the
the Rocky.
With did it have, don't tell me, did it have the was it his first one?
It's that one, the red one.
The
and
red
it
with-
said
with the meat.
Shamrock Meats on
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that one right there.
Oh, that's the best one ever.
Yeah. That was in the Smithsonian Museum.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This one down the bottom right was in 3.
So yeah, that was cool. You'd have liked that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did they have Rocky like how'd they have it displayed? They should have like in the glass case with like
Well, it wasn't a glass.
lasers.
Yeah, I don't know if there was lasers, but it was a lot of
'Cause I'd
pop
probably steal
culture
that.
stuff.
That's good.
So, there Joe Louis, the boxer, they had his boxing gloves there.
Yeah.
They were little.
Yeah.
They were like
They're probably. I think they were back then. Were Devin could look it up. I think they were 8 ounce. They might have
They
been
were
8 ounces.
little.
Yeah.
They didn't look anything like the box. They,
Yeah.
boxing gloves are big and bulky. These were just like,
No, well, it's just there's different sizes. 8
Yeah.
ounce.
oh, they were little. They were real
Yeah.
little.
What would like the time be?
I'd
Oh,
say Joe
gosh.
Louis boxing gloves at the weight of Joe Louis boxing gloves at Smithsonian.
It's a lot of pressure.
I know.
He shouldn't have told us you could do this.
I know.
Oh, I think, nope.
Is that not him, or is
Uh-uh.
this?
Yeah, that's more like what they look like.
Yeah, it's probably.
They were small and they
Yeah.
were very well used, much used. No, 1936. Dang.
Said the weight of them, but they're small.
No.
Yeah, they were very small.
That's good.
That surprised me.
So a lot of cool stuff you got to do.
Yeah, we saw a lot of cool stuff.
Good food. Do you have a hot dog?
I did not have, I'm not a hot dog person. I did not have a hot dog.
That was my favorite part about the run. The sausage sandwich. We didn't get it from a vendor.
No. Well, no, but I did get ripped off by a vendor.
What happened?
Well, I forgot for a minute that I knew to barter with the vendors, but we were coming out of one Smithsonian museum. We were walking to the next one, and they had food, like ice cream trucks lined up. So they know, obviously, there's a ton of 8th grade kids in Washington, D.C. this week.
Yeah.
There's probably 8 ice cream trucks lined up.
Yeah.
And Dante,
I don't think you barter with an ice cream truck, do you?
I think so. I
How much
paid
did you pay?
$8 for a slushie. Like,
I don't think you No, I don't think that's.
I
mean,
think
Well,
so.
what would Danny G say?
pay full price. So yeah, I paid full
saw-
price.
you
I didn't
know.
even think about it.
Yeah.
But then I walked away and I was like, I think I should have told him I'd give him 6 or 5.
I don't think that works with food.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, food is not. You're thinking of like a hat.
Yeah. Oh, Landon.
I heard not Landon, but was it Landon?
Landon did
or
good with
Fox.
his hat. No, Fox. But
I heard he is.
Russell.
I heard Russell trying to have a little business going on.
he did. He's a little hustler. I like him.
I know. He
yeah.
selling
He
sunglasses.
bought sunglasses for $7.50 a piece, and he was gonna sell them.
Did he
his
sell
money.
'em?
I don't know if he did. I didn't ask. But then Landon was wanted a hat that said Washington. Like the bucket hat that said Washington D.C. Along the bottom, and the guy said they're $20, and Landon said I only have 10. I can give you 10, and he said okay. So he paid $10 for it.
That's good.
I was like, good job. That was awesome.
Did he only have 10?
I have no idea, but
It's a good thing.
that's what yeah.
Yeah.
You can't pull out a 20 if you say that, but
I got my pants fixed by Janet. She's gonna charge me $7 to fix my pants. I'm like, and I gave her 20 because I don't have change, which I was gonna give her 20. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I'm saying. He goes, really? I'm like, yeah. I said that's a good thing though. Say you don't have change. That's what they did in Nepal. They call it no refund. I don't know if I talked about that.
no.
Yeah. So we're going into the Buddhist monastery.
Okay.
And you had to pay 300 rupees, which is a couple bucks.
Okay.
And all I have is 1,000 rupees. And our guide she kept on saying something, and she's like, no refunds, no refunds. And he's like, there's no refund. I'm like, I don't think I need a refund.
Yeah.
I just need change. And he's like, no refund, no refund. And
So
I'm
they
like,
don't give change.
They don't give any change.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
So he paid 300 for me because all I had was 1,000. That's all I had.
okay.
And but then we walked away, and I'm like, why would I need a refund?
yeah.
Like I'm gonna stay in there. I'm not gonna. He
But
goes, "No."
that's their language.
Yeah, change. Yeah, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's a smart thing.
Yeah.
Never take change.
Oh yeah. When someone I'm like tips, they're like, "Oh, do you have change?" And like
Nope.
I'm like, "No."
No,
do not.
I don't. I don't have any.
No. No
That's smart.
change.
No change.
Have you ever been like 5 cents that they owed yet that they wanted their change back?
Oh yeah. Luckily, where I work now is cashless, so we don't run into that issue as much.
Then you don't get tipped as much, do you?
No, we get tipped less cash probably.
Yeah.
But like,
But they
there's
tip
been
on it.
times someone's like, "Yeah, do you have change?" And they'll like pull out a 20. That's all they had. I'm like, they probably would have given that to me if I didn't
Yeah.
say I had change.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because what are they going to say? Oh, sorry, I'm not giving you anything.
Yeah.
Since you don't have change? Right. No, they
good.
would give it to you.
All right. So running around.
Another thing, my favorite. So we were running late, I think. Although I mean we're supposed to go all till in the evening, so we were kind of running late. So we did World War II Memorial, Lincoln Memorial, Korean War Memorial, and Vietnam at night. It was dark by then. And some
Was
of
it dangerous at all? Did they talk about that or no?
they didn't talk about it at all, but I mean, we also weren't given free reign to anyone. Like, okay, and we only had 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So we have 15 minutes at the World War II memorial, and that's a big open space. So the
That's
kids are
outside.
running. It's outside. The kids are running around outside.
There
There,
a lot of people there.
yeah. There's a lot of mostly other 8th grade classes there. So
That
all
was
the
with the-
boys were like betting each other to get other girls' numbers, and yeah, it was.
Wasn't that where the firm was? Yeah.
I have no idea.
Because remember you sat on the bench. The Vietnam Memorial is all the walls
The
of
wall.
the people, right?
Mhm.
Or is
Yeah.
that every? Is that like?
No, they're all different.
Okay.
You need a trip to Washington
I
D.C.,
don't
Nick.
need to choose. But the Vietnam one, I watched a movie, so I need the Vietnam one is the wall
Yes,
with all the names.
yes.
Remember, when Tom Cruise sat down by the guy and they first met.
I don't think I saw the movie. I read the book.
Ah, bad. Why do you read books?
The book is always better. The book is always better. No,
I don't.
you
think
don't
it-
know because you don't read the book.
I don't think in The Godfather it was.
I don't know. I didn't.
Book
read
was
that.
good, though.
I did not read that book actually.
I don't know why. Anyway,
Anyway, so it didn't feel dangerous, but we didn't let the kids get too far away.
Right.
But there was a couple of times where I was like, "Oh, this is a little sketchy," but Union Station, the bus station, I felt like was a little sketchy. We ate dinner there. That's all we did, but it was a
Union
pizza.
Station is like the.
It's a bus station.
Oh,
It's a bus station, but there's all a little mall and there's a
it's a legit bus, so people run in and out.
yeah, a legit station where people get on and off buses, like to go places, not
Right.
just tour buses like us.
Yeah.
But there's a Uno Pizza there, so we went in and had pizza.
Do they have?
But that place was a
Subways?
little dirty, made me a little nervous.
Is there a Subway place or not?
I have no idea.
No.
I didn't see one. There's
Okay.
mostly buses.
Okay.
But yeah, I felt safe. I thought the seeing the Korean War Memorial at night was very cool. So that one is 18 soldiers out in the field. So it's 18, might be bronze, 18 statues of
Okay.
some sort. And they're in, like, they're all separated. And just with the lighting in the dark, and there's a wall there that has pictures of all kinds of different things from the Korean War, and it was just very cool at night.
Yeah.
I think it was just the lighting and the shadows and it was very cool. That was probably my other favorite thing, just seeing that at night because I've been there before, but
Yeah.
it was different at night.
What's the big tall building? The big spike?
Washington Monument.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, you can see that one from everywhere.
Can you go up there?
I believe you can, yes, but they did tell us this. Lori, our tour guide, was awesome. Takes an hour and a half to walk up the steps. You could do that while we go do everything else.
Could you run it? Probably could run it faster.
Well, as long as no one's in front of you.
Oh, is it like a?
I have no idea. It doesn't look that, I don't know. We didn't go up to it because you can literally see it from everywhere. So,
Hour and a half seems insane.
Seems pretty cool. I mean, that'd be worth it.
you could go do that and we'll go do all the other stuff.
Okay. Or we can go to Zion and go up to. We need to go to Zion.
I have no idea where that is.
Zion National Park is that Utah?
I don't know.
Like,
What's there that you want to do?
like it's got this one of the cool angels crest. I think angels.
It is in Utah.
It is in Utah.
What is
Okay.
it? There's an angel. Like look up. Yeah, angel something. But it's like a crazy steps up.
Oh, thanks.
It's like you do
Angel's
rope.
Landing.
Angel's Landing.
Yeah, we could do that.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's lots of things at the national park. I could do that. Well, while you do that.
Well, I mean, people go up it. It's not just me.
Oh.
No.
Mm-mm.
I think sometimes the pictures are like they look worse. Like angles are.
Like that person holding on for dear life is not real.
But that's probably not as bad.
Not as bad as it looks, huh? She's holding on to the chain so she doesn't fall off the cliff. That's not as bad as it looks.
Expectation management.
Nope.
Everything Dom saying nope to.
that gives my expectations right there. It's just that's a
What
no
co-
for
what-
me.
So what color do you think I am? What color should I be?
What do you mean?
My
Oh.
my thing. What would embody mine?
Ooh.
We should pick each other's colors out.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll work on that.
What do you think about Devin? We should.
I think
pick
it's a
that
good
out.
Work
idea.
on that.
So it'd be like a little bit of me over there and a little bit of you over here.
I think.
You're gonna
Yeah,
probably
no.
do something like calm, like
Oh, well, am I picking a color that I think represents you, or am I picking a color that I think would be beneficial for you? Because those are probably two different things.
I don't know.
Okay, we'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
In our next planning meeting,
Yeah,
you can
our
let
next-
me know what you
good.
decide.
Okay. So that's Tuesday night. Get in late.
Oh,
Wednesday.
geez. Oh, we're still on Tuesday. Yeah, so Tuesday night, get in late.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, get up.
You're tired at this point.
I'm tired. Although I slept really, really good.
Okay.
I don't think I even rolled over either night.
Sure,
I was
okay.
so tired.
Okay.
Yeah. So Wednesday was good. We get up. We went to Mount Vernon. Do you know whose home is Mount Vernon?
George Washington.
Yeah, good job.
I think you told me that.
Okay. So George
Was it
Washington.
actually his house?
Yeah,
Like that
his actual house that he lived in.
he lived in?
Yeah.
But is he from Washington?
It's actually in Virginia,
Virginia.
Mhm.
Is he from Virginia?
I believe.
He was a Washington.
Yeah.
No, he was a British captain.
Oh.
Well, he wasn't, but he wasn't from.
He came over. Yeah,
Yeah,
he-
he
George
came
Washington
over
did?
from the war.
yeah,
He was a British general.
British general.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait, George Washington had a British accent? I never.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that.
Well, that's where
Wait,
he was.
he was
not
Britain?
born in America.
He's British?
He wasn't. Well, everyone originally that came here was.
British general.
I guess yeah, it's true.
Everyone.
Well, but how
first-
long? How
the
long
first
were we
crew
here?
that came
How
here?
long were we here?
That I don't know.
I thought
How
they were
long
like
were we-
second. They weren't second generation
No,
deserters. Wow,
the traders.
they were traders.
I know. Yeah, I don't know.
We were built on a trader nation.
Hmm
I did not know that. I don't know why I wouldn't know. I guess that is. The,
Oh, this says Virginia,
Oh, he was born in Virginia.
place of birth.
Oh, okay. So he was born in
I
Virginia.
was gonna say, yeah, he had to be. Did George Washington?
Did Washington have a British
Yeah.
accent? That's so funny that comes up on the questions. The people also ask questions. Yeah.
Predominantly American.
Predominantly American. Yeah. Devin, good call.
So
That's cool. So anyway, it was so you actually can go through the mansion, which has I think 8 or 9 guest bedrooms plus his bedroom plus there was an extra room upstairs. So you actually saw like the bed that he
he
away
was a
in.
smart business guy.
Yeah. So
he like owned a lot of land.
and it's a lot of land. There was farming. There's slaves that
Yeah.
did most of the work. But it was
The house is
it
just
was
a
innovative. That's
museum.
not the house though. That's
Oh.
maybe the birthplace.
Oh, okay.
The Mount Vernon looks different. Is the house that I don't know all the details, but I think
But it was all a museum.
it's all a museum now. The whole thing. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, that's Mount Vernon.
What lake is that?
Um,
Is that a river?
it's the one that's between Virginia and Maryland and Potomac. I think it's the
That's a
Potomac.
big house. It looks like that.
Yeah, it looks just like that. Yes.
What are the little houses on the
Yesterday.
side?
So there's many of those actually, and they're all different. Like
Are they slave houses?
some of not those, but to the left of that there was a whole slave quarters for most of the they call them domestic slaves. Anyone that helped inside the house lived in the slave quarters
He would have
there.
been like a billionaire, like a multi-billionaire.
And then there were slave quarters that were down like by the farming. So if they helped with the farming, they lived there. There was a blacksmith shop. There was a baking place. There was places to take care of the horses. There was a seamstress house. There was the guy in charge of everything,
George
the
Washington
overseer.
was living fat. He was.
Man, it was but it's also not a time where I mean there was no refrigeration, there was no machinery, very very little machinery, so everything was done with manual labor. So you needed a lot of people to
Yeah.
make it happen. Yeah, it was cool.
Let's go, George.
And he had a wig.
Yeah,
They were wearing wigs.
everyone wearing wigs, and they said he didn't have any teeth by the time he died.
Yeah, the wooden teeth.
I think that's a myth. They said that's a myth. Wooden
Fact
teeth.
checker. Watch, my fact checker is going to check it.
Yeah. Okay. We got a fact checker. I like it.
We got a fat checker now. See, we added something. We added a fat
This is
checker.
good. I like it.
the wooden teeth is a myth.
Yes, they say the wooden teeth is a myth. That the actual, this is pretty gross.
Yep. So the mistaken belief that Washington's dentures were wooden was widely accepted. The possible origin of this myth is that ivory teeth quickly became stained and may have had an appearance of wood to observers.
So it was not wood.
Ivory. That's not good either.
Yeah. They weren't his teeth that were in there, but they weren't made of wood.
What?
Yeah.
Whose teeth were they?
Oh,
they weren't his.
They were not his
Somebody's.
teeth. They were taken probably from slaves.
Just to represent.
Wait, it says
Ivory. I don't
Ivory.
know where the ivory teeth came from.
From
I don't know.
elephants.
Ugh.
That's what ivory is. You don't have ivory from anything else.
From anywhere else. That's the only place you get ivory?
Look it up, fat
Man,
checker.
we have all kinds of questions
I know.
today. What the heck is happening?
I don't know what's going
All
on
kinds
with
of questions.
this podcast. But
Okay,
yeah, I
anyway.
think ivory is from,
Well, I knew elephants, but is that literally the only
I don't
source?
think-
Oh, mammoth, walrus, hippopotamus.
but it's all animals.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
tusk.
it's all animals. Yeah, the tusks of the animals.
Yeah. Hippopotamus.
Elk have 2 ivory teeth. That's it.
Really?
Remnants of tusks from their ancestors.
Yeah.
Elk have 2 ivory teeth. That's cool.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Interesting.
So then you come home, get in the bus, you do the deal.
So
Your expectation at this point is what?
my
Did
expectation,
you sleep on? Did you expectation to sleep? Did you sleep on a bus?
I slept on the bus a little bit. Actually, on the way home, I had the 2 seats to myself, which my expectation is that they would be way more comfortable to have 2 seats than one, and it was not any different. Yeah, it was not that comfortable. But I did sleep a little bit. The window next to me was like
I know. I
squeaky.
called you. Yeah. I was like, what the heck is that
I
sound?
know, it was like squeak, 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 squeak. It sounded like a little hamster wheel.
Yeah.
But I mean, I expected
They have
that
movies
our
on the bus?
itinerary. No, but most people had something downloaded. I listened to a new book. But the expectation was we'd get home at 10. We were on track for that. And then we got into Ohio, stopped for dinner, got a tiny little bit behind, maybe 15 minutes behind. And then we had to stop in Cleveland to get new bus drivers for whatever reason. I
Right.
don't know.
Timed out.
Logistics. They either timed out or the new bus drivers were
Going somewhere.
going somewhere else, and so they had to switch drivers. Both buses switched drivers. So we're in Cleveland, and then I actually fell asleep after that. And so I know
woke
because
up in
I make
Mansfield.
this drive. I make this drive every week. And from the place we stopped, we were an hour and 40 minutes from home. And so I was like, okay,
That when you text me.
maybe,
Yeah,
probably.
You said we're going to be home at 9:45. I mean, you said it was 10 o'clock.
We'll be home at 10 o'clock. Yeah,
That's
so we were
8:40 It was 8:45.
We were right on time. I was like, this is great. We're going to be home right on time. And then so I go to sleep and I wake up and we're in Mansfield, which is not between Cleveland and Tiffin. It's like of a triangle. It's like the third point way down low.
Right.
So I don't know how we ended up down there because I slept through it all. But then so now we know we're going to be late. We end up in Mansfield. So we should have gone the direct route. I don't know why they didn't go the direct route. The GPS, the bus, expecting that the bus people are going to know the directions. We should have known better. So they didn't go that way, which is the fastest way. And then there's another way, 224, halfway to Mansfield. They could have gone that way. They didn't go that way. So go all the way down to Mansfield. And at that point, we're heading south. Tiffin is west. And they get on the road going east. That's when the whole bus was like, no, don't go east. We have to go west. But they couldn't turn around. There was a bus. So we ended up on a 9 miles. We get back on the highway, 9 miles north to just
I
get
don't
off
understand. Yeah, they don't.
to go south 9 miles to finally go west. So we were an hour and 15 minutes late.
Crazy.
Oh, they're clocking hours. They're doing that on purpose.
Something. Yeah.
I had that thought for a minute too.
Maybe they're like, well, I get paid the longer I'm on here.
Yeah.
But
I
do you
had
really
that
want
thought
that many angry parents yelling at you?
Yeah.
'Cause they're all yelling on the bus. They had to be like
No. Well,
directions. People had to be given.
oh,
directions.
given directions. People,
Yeah.
we were definitely giving directions, but well,
Not yelling, but like
no, nobody was upset. Nobody
No,
was
but go
mad.
left,
Nobody
go-
was, yeah.
go on 30.
Well,
go
but
on.
here the problem was we were the second bus,
Right.
so we could say all we wanted, but he had to follow the guy in front.
Right.
So it didn't matter. But yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. And it was funny. I mean, it is what it is. Once it happens, you can't really change it. So we just, we're joking about it. And Lori, the guide that was with us, she's from Castalia, we were literally, if we took the fastest route, we would have driven about 2 miles by her house.
Right.
And she was like, man, there's just no real good place for them to stop and let me off. It would be great, but I got to go all the way to Tiffin and then turn around and drive 40 minutes home to Castalia when you're literally going to be 2 miles from our house. And then, so we took this crazy way, and the guy in front of me goes, well, Lori, good news is we didn't go anywhere near your house.
That's good.
Yeah, so it was good. It was really good. It was a
Good
great
trip,
trip. The kids had a ton of fun.
Tired.
They're all tired. Dante
Yeah.
went to school late today, but I think a lot of the 8th graders called off today.
That's good. So
It was good. It was fun.
I think so. Let's.
Right.
Yeah.
There we go. I think so let's like some life lessons of expectation management. So you said, I think it's different situations, what do you expect, right?
Mhm.
And then I think having the coping skills,
Yeah.
like, okay, if this, then
Then that.
then
Right.
that.
Yeah. If this, then that. But yeah.
So that
So,
way you could help yourself.
right. The thing that I noticed, just like coming to me now, the people that were awesome at adjustment was our tour guides. So Natalie, she owns the company, I believe, and then Lori is one of her employees. They were our tour guides the
Right.
entire trip, and they were masters at adaptation,
Right.
which is probably what
That's
they
good.
have to do all the
Yeah.
time. But they were very, very good at it. So we were supposed to do Arlington the first day, so we missed a whole entire chunk of our very first day because of our busing
Yep.
situation. But they had it all figured out, and just like they didn't ever seem frazzled, or they're just very, here's what we're gonna do, here's how it's gonna
Yeah.
roll. So they were like sort of like role modeling
So like
what to do when
ducks.
things don't go well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just figured it out, had it all
Calm
planned
inside,
out.
calm
Yeah.
outside,
Yeah.
maybe inside going.
So, and Natalie was awesome. One of the kids said to her, because we missed Arlington, we had to get up early the next day. So breakfast got moved up, the bus got moved up so that we could be there and still not miss
Yeah.
miss anything else. And one of the kids said, does that mean we have to get up earlier tomorrow? And she said, she was a master. She goes, well, I'm not sure if this is going to affect your wake up time, but breakfast has been moved from 7 o'clock until 6:15, and the bus will now leave at 7. But I'm not sure if that affects the time you wake up or not. I was like,
good.
you're good. That was awesome.
She's handled that before.
Yeah, she's handled it before.
That's right. She's probably a master of expectations.
Yeah, yeah. And just making it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. And then they did all the commentary for every place we were going. Here's what it is. Here's the symbolism. Here's how it all came to be. We saw Martin Luther King. I didn't say that. That was
yeah.
another one of my, that's a very, very cool one too.
Yeah,
The Martin Luther King Memorial.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So we learned all about, as much as we could in the short amount of time.
Right.
We got to see just about everything for a short amount of time. We learned a lot.
You said it was like Disney.
It was like Disney, which means you just are going.
Right.
There's not. Well, you called me the one day. You're like, so what are you doing with the parents? You guys hanging out? I'm like, no. There's no. I don't know if you think we're like day drinking. We're like, we were.
I would have been probably.
No, we were.
I'd have been sneaking a couple bottles, a
Man.
couple drinks in.
Oh my gosh, we were going. It was great though. It was great. It was
good.
fun. I'm glad Dante's the youngest though. I don't have to do that trip again.
Yeah, because I'm not doing it.
I know you're not.
No expectation. No.
I would go back to DC though.
I mean, I would take them on a hiking trip. Like
I
if they
know.
did like we're gonna go like 5 days on a
You want
hiking
to go
trip,
hiking, Dominic? No, I'm with you.
10 miles a day or something.
No. But I would go back to DC. I think it's a cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go back. I just wouldn't want to be at that pace.
Right.
So either go for a longer time or you just choose a few things to spend time at.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So
Expectation management.
expectations. Yeah. I mean, I think it's in all of it. Yeah. I mean, I guess even I applied that at, at Everest. I mean, base camp, I knew I kind of knew what to expect. I mean, to a point,
Yeah.
Low Boucher, my expectations were not met. I mean,
No.
not met. I mean, I was not expecting it to be.
You were expecting it to be
A lot easier.
more hiking, and it was a lot of, it was all
So
mountaineering.
I had no expectation. They did not help me with expectation management.
Mm-mm.
Because their thing was like, oh yeah, it's not that big. Even probably your tour guide has done this how many times? Like, oh, it's
Yeah.
not that big a deal. We walk a couple places. It's not.
Yeah.
You won't be tired because they do it every day.
Yeah.
But these guys are like, oh yeah, it's easy.
So do you think it would have been different if you knew what you were doing without the training aspect? I'm just like a mental. So if you didn't know, because obviously if you knew ahead of time, you could have trained differently. But if you didn't train differently and you just showed up from Everest Base Camp, going down to Low Boucher, knowing that you were going to be mountaineering, do you think that experience would have been different? Just mental expectation.
No, because I couldn't even fathom what because I don't know what that meant.
Okay.
Like you could have told me,
But you've literally never been
ascended like that. Yeah.
ascended with ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ever.
you wouldn't have had
I don't know,
any
like,
idea of what
yeah.
that even means.
I mean, if they
Okay.
would have said
Have you ever rappelled or anything before?
I mean, when I was a kid, and maybe one other time,
Okay.
on the rock walls, maybe.
Yeah,
Because
but
you kind of not really repelling. You're
Yeah.
kind of actually lowering you.
yeah.
You know
But
what I mean?
you're
So-
not.
Yeah, I mean, maybe because I just would have been. I still was a little bit naive and going into it not really sure. So I
You're a
think it
lot
would have been.
naive.
I think that would have been worse
Okay.
because I think I would. I don't think I could. I couldn't prepare at all because I never.
Didn't know.
Yeah, I
what it
think
meant.
for me would have been more of a video. Then mentally I could have been better.
Ready for it.
If they here's a video you're gonna show.
Yeah.
Here's a guy. This is him walking up.
Yeah.
You know.
And then here's how the ropes work, and here's
Yeah, and
what happens.
this is what
Yeah.
you're going up.
Yeah.
Like
There's no YouTube video like that.
I
Have
didn't
you
find one. No.
you
Oh,
looked
well,
since?
you know what though? I think I did look, and I don't think I believed it. Because there's two sides. You could go the east and you can go the west.
Okay.
And everybody was saying the west is more technical.
Okay.
Or whatever east or whatever I
Yeah.
did. Low Boucher West, I think it is. It's more technical. So I think I always thought I'm not doing that.
Oh. Okay.
So I don't ever watched it. But I think I was gonna do that.
Okay. So.
I think there is a real big technical, really technical spot where I think you have to know how to switch your stuff up and know they couldn't do it for you.
Yeah. Do you know how to do that now or no?
No.
They did it all for you.
I watched it a lot, but I got too tired to the point that I was just okay. At one point, I was like, I think I'm going to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, teach me. Then I got to a point I was too tired.
Yeah.
That was just just change it, please. Just,
Let me out of here.
yeah, get me out how much longer,
Do you think them telling you all this is easy made it push you a little harder because you're I can't? If they said this was easy, then why am I struggling? I feel if they
Yeah.
told me this is gonna be tough, it almost would give me an out. Be no, but the dudes that do it said it was hard. So I'm just I don't know. I'm a Joe Schmo. I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
But if they're no, this is easy, my pride would be I'm doing it.
Yeah.
They said it was easy.
Did that affect you? Because it was easy for your guys.
No, I mean, no, because I feel it was easy for them. But when I
Yeah.
watched them doing it, I think what their point is, if you did mountaineering
Yeah.
and you were climbing Everest,
This would
was
be easy.
this was not only it's difficult, but it's not difficult. I mean, it's pretty basic mountaineering.
But
That's
did
what
that
they're
help?
saying.
Did that help push you watching them scale it pretty simply? They're not struggling at all.
I mean, no, it pissed me off a little bit,
Yeah.
just because I'm bastards. They're not even waiting for me. You know what I mean? That made me mad. But I got halfway in, and I'm not smart enough to say, I think I'm over my head.
Yeah.
I don't think I should do this.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? I'm not smart enough.
Yeah.
So I'm just I can do it.
You won't quit.
I'm not gonna quit.
I know.
I never felt. I'll say this. I never felt in danger. Shouldn't say that. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna fall. But I mean, like, I didn't feel like I was altitude. I didn't feel like I had this crazy headache, that blurred vision,
Yeah.
or like you know what I mean. So I didn't have any.
Yeah.
Like I told myself beforehand, like my expectation was, okay, if I have blurred vision or I have any like cerebral like signs,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Keep going.
keep going.
Okay.
I mean, I was like, be honest with them and don't be me and just be like, I'm not doing that. So I had none of that.
Okay.
I had I can't feel my arms. I can't pull myself up. Like I had that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Like I
Like,
can't go another
I'm tired. yeah.
time.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just tired more than, but I had no headaches. I had
That's
no,
good.
any of that. So, you know, I mean, none of that kind of stuff. I breathed hard, but I was also, I mean, honestly, it's like, it would be like you down there breathing hard.
Yeah.
Like when you're doing squats this morning. I mean,
Yeah.
that's hard. It's like,
Yeah.
so, but expectations, I don't know. You know, I don't know, but it's just, I think though, it's a big thing people don't do. They don't manage their expectations of things. I think a lot of times they think things are going to be so much better than they are in anything. And I'm not saying like expect it, but I guess I always look at expect the worst. Like meaning not in a negative way, but more of like preparing myself like.
I think, well, I'll just say, like, I had 2 very different experiences over this last couple days. So we had some feedback about the event from one person who was didn't think that the event was good.
Yeah.
But going into it, so that's the other thing about expectation management. Like going into it, there were some preconceived notions and pre-judgments that were happening. And so it's kind of like sometimes you get what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So the expectation was that it wouldn't be good. The expectation that it would be frustrating. And so the experience was not
Frustrating,
good and
yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah.
So if you at least go in with an open mind, if you don't have positive expectations, I would say at least go in with an open mind so that you don't have to have.
I guess that's, yeah.
But then I was on the bus with all these parents and we were like, it wasn't a terrible thing that happened, but just we got lost twice from the bus company who
Right.
should probably know where they're going. And nobody was upset.
No,
Nobody was
right.
mad. Nobody was,
Well,
we were
I
like
guess
laughing
that's
and we were trying to give directions and we were, but we weren't, nobody was angry or mad or.
No, I guess that's something like, you mean like the base camp, like walking to base camp, like I knew, I mean, I didn't really get the isolation, but I figured people would be snoring. I wasn't going to sleep. The conditions were going to be good. The food wasn't going to be that great.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It was going to be cold. Like, so I kind of expected that.
Yeah.
First 3 days were like, I was in a t-shirt. I was like, wow, this is great. You know what I mean? So and I say like, expect the worst. I guess you're right. Like more of like, I wasn't expecting to be frustrated. You know what I mean? I expected, okay, I'm going to handle it. It's going to be what it is. Even when I did the climb, my expectations were different. But then I also said, if it's bad, I just got to laugh about it.
Right.
I don't get mad.
Right.
I mean, you've been how many ultras with me?
Yeah.
I'm probably the best. I don't ever get cranky.
No.
I'm actually opposite of cranky
Yeah,
usually.
You don't get cranky. Well,
I don't get cranky on my runs. I get cranky.
you get cranky.
Not when I
Well,
run.
At the very end of Leadville, you were really not happy with me, but I wanted you to cross.
You weren't
that
being
finish
very
line.
nice to me.
I wasn't being nice because I wanted you to cross the finish line.
Well, you wouldn't. I was mad because you wouldn't tell me how far it was.
I know, but I couldn't tell you because you had a very good chance that you were not going to make the
I know.
time.
I know. So, but typically I don't yell at you about socks. I don't yell
No.
about like that kind of stuff. I'm like, whatever. I don't
No.
need things. I don't demand things. Like,
Yeah.
so I guess
And
that's
some people do. Like,
Yeah.
I need.
Oh yeah, my buddy Chris. I mean, he was terrible.
What was he?
Oh, Chris was terrible. He was like, I mean, he'd get cranky because
Yeah.
he's like, it's raining and it's he just
Complaining about the
complaining about
weather.
the whole thing. Yeah, it was like, he was awesome. I love him, but it was just like he was cranky. It was like his wife, poor wife. She'd just take it.
Yeah.
She'd be so sweet. Oh, he's just how he is when he runs. I'm like, he's be nice. I'd yell at him like, you need to be nicer to her, And so, but manage your expectations. I think set a game plan up.
Set a game plan and be willing to be open-minded and be willing to have some grace and be willing to
Have grace. Yeah,
just be adaptable, resilient.
like you said. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. So
The game plan's barely going to go
the way you want
the
it
way
to go.
you plan it.
Life
So,
is just like life.
just like life.
Not going to go the way you want.
So, did you learn anything about your coping skills in this conversation?
I got to get better. I need to work on my coping skills for
Yeah.
time management.
For time management.
When time goes over, I have to, like, okay, it's probably going to go over.
Just give some grace.
It's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Don't throat punch nobody.
You never have done that.
No, I haven't. I've wanted to.
You get frustrated, but then you do usually give grace in the very end.
At the end I do. It just, that time, Dom's laughing. All right.
That was a good
Okay,
topic, Nick.
great
Good
topic.
job.
See, thank you.
Oh, good job.
Good job.
All right.
So remember, the world needs your light to shine.
We need your light to shine,
You
and you definitely need your light to shine.
Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next week on The Shine. Maybe a guest coming up here. We got a couple guests lined up, and so that's going to
excited
be great.
about that.
So thank you. Have a great week.
See ya.